There's nothing more heart-stopping than losing precious business files. No one wants to lose data to ransomware, hardware failure, or human error. Comet keeps businesses safe by providing IT teams with fast, reliable, and secure backups. Start running backups in 15 minutes or less with Comet Backup's 30-day free trial.
Hey everyone, hope you're doing great. Wes Spencer here with RejectionCon. I am joined by the one and only Josh from Comet Backup. Josh, what's going on?
Not too much. It's a pleasure to be here and really excited for us to be taking part in our second time with RejectionCon.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. You guys have been a great partner and super excited for the event as it's coming up. You know, we both work with MSPs and we both know how difficult it is to grow an MSP, to build a successful MSP. And when you think about how many people want to share their ideas and their thoughts for a conference and really just get their ideas out, it's tough, right? And that's one of the major reasons we jumped up and created RejectionCon. Can you walk me through your perspective and comments on why RejectionCon is exciting for you guys to be a partner with and join alongside?
We really love the concept of it. Obviously, with any sort of MSP event or things like that, it's always a fight for, headline speakers and that type of thing. And sure, those are great, but often there's a lot of gold that doesn't necessarily get the opportunity to be shared and spoken about. And often some of these, smaller sessions and ones that might not necessarily sound as sexy for main stage are often, really, really interesting. And so the fact that this event is focused around some of these conversations and opportunities that are actually going to get that spotlight is really interesting for us, and we're really thrilled to be part of it and to see and to also hear. We've got a number of our team members that are pretty keen to watch through these sessions as well.
Yeah, same boat. And I'm exactly like you. Sometimes it's the sessions that you go into that you have no idea who it is. The topic looks interesting and you're just like, this was amazing. So yeah, absolutely love that. I'd love to know just a little bit more about Comet. Can you walk me through who you are and what MSPs should know about who you are as a company and your mission?
Sure, absolutely. To give you the really abridged background on us, we're actually an ex-MSP ourselves. We were one of the largest backup providers in New Zealand in sort of the early 2000s, and we were providing backup to law firms, medical centers, and things like that. Long story short, we sold the business and we saw an opportunity in the market to build a backup solution that we thought that we would want as an MSP, and be able to address, the features and functionality that we didn't necessarily have. So 2015, we started developing Comet. 2016, we really went deeper on the launch of Comet and really starting to nail down that functionality. And then since then we've launched, and so we've managed to grow a partner base globally of what we do in Comet, and our focus day in, day out is just developing backup software, figuring out how we can protect data, and just have a singular focus on that. We don't do anything else, just backup is our main thing, and that's what we all nerd out on every day in the office.
I love that. Absolutely love that. And to me, I love how many companies have come into this space having been from the MSP shoes, which means you know how an MSP operates, you know how an MSP thinks. Walk me through a little bit about that perspective of how an MSP should think about using Comet and why they might want to consider you as their backup provider.
Yeah, great question. They should really be sort of thinking about that they should start first, obviously, with their customers. What are they needing to protect? What are the things that are going to make the most for their customers? It's also what's the best thing that's obviously going to make the best financial decision for them, because everybody needs to be able to create a sustainable business. So if you can protect the customers, you can do well with them, you can find tools that are going to align with them, and also that you've got a clear understanding of not only when you're backing up the data, and the thing that we often find sometimes people forget to put into that is having a really clear value proposition for customers of, if they need to restore the data or the worst case scenario happens, here's how that they're going to be able to help them. Here's how they're going to be able to restore and recover their data. And so we spend a lot of time not only thinking about how can we back up and protect that data, but how can we give it back to partners as fast as possible. Because if your customer's on the phone to you and screaming saying, hey, I've got ransomware and I need my payroll file back, you want to be able to do that really quickly. And so we really focus on making the backup robust and also really fast, going back to the customer.
Yeah, and I love that you have this attention to detail around resilience, right? Like how it's not just about getting a file back quickly, but really the conversation about how can we protect your business and your client's business. Because when these things happen, I think MSPs are used to, they know the damages of ransomware. They know how significant that can be, but also knowing that they have a partner that they can jump in with that actually understands not just back going beyond backup strategy into how can we make sure that your business is resilient when those things happen. We're going to be able to get you back up to speed running quickly so that we're not so interrupting. You don't become the next news item that you see on TV or in the
Yeah,
news.
yeah. It's really hand in hand. The vendor, ourselves from our end, we work hard to not just provide the software, but also, work to, provide guidance, value add, strategies for them for their business. And even, this prime example of working with RejectionCon, for our own partner base, we're like, hey, you guys should absolutely attend and look into the RejectionCon talks because you'll find something, really useful in there for you.
Yeah, it's the truth, and really glad you said that. And I've enjoyed work with Natalie and just the whole Comet backup team. Y'all have been absolutely amazing, really great to work with, and just want to say thank you to Comet and the entire Comet community for coming alongside and joining. We're excited about giving a voice to the voiceless. We're excited about the charity sponsor that we have, Rural Technology Fund, and just investing back into school systems to expose people of all backgrounds into technology, which I think is just so awesome. Josh, just maybe as we leave, how can people get in touch with Comet Backup? What's the best way for us to find you and get in touch?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've also got a virtual booth here for the RejectionCon thing that you can pop in and talk to some of our staff members that'll be sitting there. Otherwise, just head to cometbackup.com. We've got a phone number there. You can also pre-book a call, and we're more than happy to jump on it. We don't do any hard selling or anything like that. We just want to hear about what are your problems, what are the gaps you're wanting to address with your customers, and we can go from there.
Josh, thank you so very much. From behalf of the entire RejectionCon team and the community, thank you for your sponsorship. Thank you for all the things that Comet Backup is doing. And thank you so much for joining with us at this year's RejectionCon.
No, awesome. Couldn't be more happy to.
Thanks so much.